football has a unique ability to bring together communities and build associations that go long into the distant future. And the 2015 Asian Cup gives us that opportunity on the back of football to build some incredibly long-lasting relationships that reflect into tourism, business and communities especially.
It is often hard for people who don't love football to understand the magnitude of the game across the world and especially across Asia.
Football with the people. When I mean people, business people, government, diplomacy, tourism and all these activities that football generates.
The role of the Asian Cup for every Australian, for the broad community, is fundamental. It's our first real opportunity as a nation, and particularly coming hot off the back of the Asian Century White Paper from the federal government. It's an extraordinary opportunity to put the two together.
Normally, our relationship with Asia is about things that we buy from them or things we sell to them. This is something we share with them, and that's why I think it's something that's powerful, and we need to explore different ways, not just to use it in terms of what we want from Asia, but to help educate Australians about Asia.
I think the tournament in 2015 has enormous potential to put Australia on the map, particularly in Asia, as a place to do business, as a sophisticated, innovative, creative, business-minded people. So I think
in terms of the community, all aspects of the community should play a part, and I hope they do. Of course, the business aspect is an obvious one. You know, a major tournament being broadcast to billions, literally, of viewers is an extraordinary opportunity to promote Australia, to promote our brands, to promote who we are.
Our real focus really is to tap into what, I guess what I'm saying, is tap into Australian knowledge and expertise and bring it into Indonesia.
I think tourism is ultimately about creating great experiences. Connecting sport and tourism is completely logical because both are about great experiences.
You know, social media and technology is a fantastic way to enable that. I think we have to be very forward-looking in this.
Of course, for football, it's very powerful because what Australia is increasingly coming to recognise, and this football diplomacy conference has made abundantly clear to everyone who's attended, is that all sections of the Australian community are now recognising the power of football to connect us to the world.
What we're looking for is, I guess, transfer of technology and ideas.
They're fantastic ambassadors, and I think the business community, as a result of today, are starting to realise just how many ambassadors we have on the floor, and you know, it's a real vehicle for penetrating parts of the world that otherwise it would be very hard to get any engagement in. So I think our players are fantastic ambassadors, and you know, that they can be a real force for us in the future.
Create a legacy. So we staged the Homeless World Cup in Melbourne in 2008. And the first question we asked ourselves about the Homeless World Cup was, on Monday morning, after it's finished, what's left?
The future looks very different to the past. If you were to look at and see what our football community would look like in 5 or 10 or 20 years' time, in Australia and all over Asia, it's going to be extraordinarily different to the past. We're having an Arab Spring.
Yeah, look at the primary schools. You know, what a great opportunity to teach every young Australian of the diverse backgrounds that they are, or that we are, about other cultures regional to us.
Young people that we work with, currently there are about 50% that are Asian. And we work with them to try and inspire and develop them into young leaders of their own communities.
And I think being ambitious, an event like this requires you to be ambitious. If you're not ambitious, then you will never think, how do I get everybody? How do I get women, men, young, old? How do I use what I'm going to do to really create that sense of possibility for this wonderful event?